talked about picking the right major, and
Yeah.
it sparked the thought in my head. What is your take on picking minors? Do you think it's a waste of time and that you should just be laser like focused,
Huh.
or do you think it's a good idea that students should
Huh.
have that fallback
How
plan?
about this?
Or
How about humans should care about thinking? Because so I was a bodybuilder for 13 years. There's only so large you can get physically in the world,
mm,
regardless of what you use outside to make your insides bigger, like all that negative stuff that comes with bodybuilding. There is no limit that anyone could say
mm,
you're the farthest you can be with your mind.
mm.
So how about we turn the conversation around? It's like, why am I not interested in learning everything I
So you
can?
think you should have multiple minors?
I think that any human should look in the mirror and ask themselves why they wake up in the morning. And if they don't have that answer, they're going to have to construct it, because that's what humans do. We observe the world, we take action, results happen, we observe the results, and
Mm-hmm.
if it doesn't bring us closer to our goal, right? Which could be, at that moment, it could be just surviving, eating,
Yeah,
drinking,
yeah.
and it brings us farther away. We look at that and say, well, we can't do that again that way.
Mm-hmm.
In fundamentally human nature versus like chimpanzee or crocodile
Mm.
is to be able to think. So minor this, minor that. Listen, you pick things you are interested in, and you will become interesting in those fields because you will take the time to invest in thinking on the field,
Mm-hmm.
following what I just said, over like time, over task, over that field. And inevitably, you will construct your viewpoints on that field
For
that you can
sure.
then share with other people to add
Mm-hmm.
value to them. And now you're fulfilling your selfish, selfless obligation to be a human.
For
You are
sure.
fulfilling your selfish genes
Right.
to help other humans by being competent as a human.
For sure.
So minor, major, do the things that interest you. Now, what goes back to what interests you? Well, if you don't know, start reading, start
Mm.
looking at articles, go meet different teachers in different fields and listen to them. Let them talk, ask them questions, be open-minded.
So I have a question because now it's just kind of bouncing back and
Yeah,
forth. Say I'm picking some minors. Now, I know some people they'll have three minors. Should my minor be something that is completely separate from my major? For example,
that's a
I'm
great
in
point.
school in management or business, and I want to take a minor in pottery. I want to do something that touches my creative side. Or since I'm in management, I should minor in economics and minor in something else, like interrelated
Yeah,
or diverse.
interesting. If all the disciplines are puzzle pieces to an overarching puzzle, we can spend the rest of our life attempting to put that puzzle together.
Mm,
And it would be difficult to say, if you have a puzzle, your major is the puzzle piece in the middle, and you've got
mm,
minors. It could be all these different things. One could appear to be closer to your field. One could appear to have nothing to do with your field. But they're all puzzle pieces in this puzzle of life.
mm.
It would be very difficult to articulate to a human, you know, a logarithmic, numerical order of like what is most important
What's
to study
important?
first.
Right,
Be
right.
a
Makes
curious
sense.
human.
Makes sense. Yeah.
However, yeah, if you take management for example and like look at that very objectively, like, well, what does that mean? Business management, you're most likely learning the fundamentals of what it would take to
Hmm.
hierarchically be an authority of credibility and competence amongst your followers or employees or peers collectively to help people on a lower hierarchy model your behavior and become more competent, work with people that are at your level of abstraction and build things up like the
Hmm.
other leaders, and be able to communicate authentically the vision of whomever is
That's a good
above you. I mean,
point.
that's management and business. So, all right, what disciplines can help with that? Because it looks like you're being a parent to some, you're being the offspring to the visionary, to the leader above you, and you're playing nice outside with the other kids on the playground. So, what could help
Mm-hmm.
with that? Maybe psychology, maybe early child development,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you're also building a country because that's what a company is, maybe history. So it's all interrelated. It's hard to If you just go and study one minor and one major, and then you're done in the rest of your life, stop watching this video.
No, well, so it sounds like the point you're trying to make is that it all depends on the purpose. It
Yeah.
all depends on your purpose and what you want to do.
Continuously being curious and interested in becoming interesting by having thoughts,
Yeah.
not going on autopilot, you have just stepped into your humanity.